Dana Taylor. I'm one of the founders of the Quad Cities Astronomical Society. I've been president a few times, and I'm still very active with the group. We formed back in 1982. We're basically just a group of people that are interested in astronomy. We have a couple of professionals. We're aligned pretty close with St. Ambrose College. We have an observatory complex out at the Wapsie River Environmental Education Center, where we have several telescopes. We have a 20-inch diameter reflector. There's a 30-inch diameter reflector and a 7-inch refractor out there. And we have at least one public program every month open to the public. They can come out and look through the telescopes and learn a little bit about astronomy and what's going on in the sky.
Okay. Before I forget, are you doing anything tonight then?
We're not doing anything official. A lot of the guys are getting together. Something like this, aurora, comes on suddenly. You can't plan for it. And even then, the announcements say it should be fairly spectacular, but things happen. It's live. You never know what's going to happen with live an event. It could fizzle out. It could be spectacular. The best one I ever saw was back in the early 80s, where the radiant, where the particles coming in from the sun was directly overhead, so you could see streamers projecting from straight overhead. That one was visible all the way down to Arizona. This one looks like it might be very similar to that one, so crossing our fingers, and we'll see what happens. It'll be really cool if it was, because that was really spectacular.
You're hopeful. So how rare is this for you guys?
And it depends. The sun runs through an 11-year cycle. We're at what they call solar maximum right now, where there's a lot of activity, a lot of prominences, flares, and stuff like that. So this was kind of expected right now. 6 or 7 years ago, it was at minimum, so there wasn't much going on. I've been kind of waiting for something like this to happen because we are at maximum and looking forward to it. It's kind of rare that we see one this far south. If you go to northern Minnesota, they're fairly common, a few times a year. Alaska, it's all the time basically.
But not here in the Quad Cities. So
not here.
You said it was kind of it's almost a last minute thing. It's not like the eclipse where we plan
right.
months to have viewing parties and stuff. So if people wanted to go, I guess let's start with some tips about, your place is way out in the Wapsie where there's, no city lights around. What's the first step if somebody were to want to go?
First step is get out of town. Second step, try to go north, because that's where it's going to happen. It'll be coming in from the north. So if you're south, you got the city lights north of you, it's going to drown it out. So try to go north. Definitely get out of town a few miles, country road, or come out to the Wapsie River Environmental Education Center. It's open to the public, and join any of us that go out there.
And this one you have to be awake though at between midnight and 4.
Yeah, typically they're best after midnight because the stream is coming from the sun. And when we're on the dark side, it's kind of coming over the North Pole and striking us. They get trapped in the Earth's magnetic field. They're charged particles from the sun. And they get trapped in the Earth's magnetic field. When they hit the upper atmosphere, it causes it to glow kind of like a neon light, basically. You've got charged particles or a current, electrical current passing through the upper atmosphere. That's one reason it has a tendency to knock power out. There was one a few years ago, back in the 90s, 70s, something like that, several years ago, that took out a large chunk of power across the United States and Canada, because basically all these power lines act as antennas, and they collect all that electromagnetic force, and it can burn out transformers.
That's helpful. So if somebody, this may seem like a stupid question, but how will I know I'm looking at an aurora versus just white wispy clouds? Like, what will it be doing when I'm looking for?
You'll be able to see stars through the aurora. It doesn't block anything out. It's basically you're looking through glowing atmosphere. It's not really a cloud that's blocking light or anything. It's giving off its own light. So you should be able to see stars through the aurora.
Will I see those colors?
You might. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes if it's really, really strong, you can see some color, typically greens. Sometimes there's some red. If you take a photograph, set up a camera with a wide angle lens, as wide as you got, and shoot for 15 or 30 seconds at a high ISO and see if you can capture it. Now it is moving, so you don't want to shoot much longer than that. And with the naked eye, you'll be able to see waves going through it, ripples and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Will you see it better with a telescope, or can you just
No.
see it by looking?
Telescope is too narrow a view. You're looking at an area about this big. This will be across the whole northern sky. So you want, like I said, a wide angle lens. Even binoculars are fairly too narrow.
So you really don't need any special equipment to see
Nope.
this tonight, right?
Just your eyes and a good camera. A lot of cell phones even do have a night mode now that will do a time exposure, but make sure it's on a tripod. Hold really steady.
Otherwise, it'll just look like a blur.
Yep.
Okay. Do you use any certain apps or anything to track, like, where there might be good night skies or no clouds, or do you have any secrets of the trade?
We've been around here long enough that we kind of know where all the good skies are. We have a pretty good site where we're at. We do get some light. We're directly north of the I-80 truck stop, so it's kind of hard to look at stuff way in the southern sky. But we are north of town, so we've got the whole north and east and west available to us without too much of light pollution. The problem is, in the United States, they gauge the darkness of the sky. There's a scale called the Bortle scale, and we're a Bortle 7 or 8. The worst is 9 here. In the United States, there are no Bortle 1s anymore. You have to go at least 200 miles into the ocean to find a Bortle 1 anywhere in the continental United States. So light pollution is really getting bad.
So that's like pitch dark.
Right, right.
One.
Oh yeah. I remember when I was in high school, I went to Canada, and I had been into astronomy even back then, and the stars in the Milky Way were so bright, I was having trouble finding constellations that I was familiar with. I had never seen a sky that dark before.
That's awesome. So you have seen them before?
Yes.
Right? You said in
Yes.
the 80s?
Yeah, 80s. There was one really great one back in the early 80s. There was one back in the 70s that I was driving to Rockford and on the old Highway 2, and noticed an aurora. This was like 3 or 4 in the morning, and pulled off the side of the road. I had my camera and a tripod with me, so I set it up and took some photographs, and that was kind of neat because the aurora formed kind of a swirl vortex. It was really cool.
Those were the days of film when you couldn't
Yeah,
check right away
right,
if your
right.
exposure turned out.
Yeah. Didn't know for a couple of weeks if I had anything.
Goodness. I mean, is this something that you think everybody, even if they're not a space enthusiast or a sky watcher, is this just something that people should experience?
Yes, if nothing else, because it is fairly rare here. And once you've seen one, it's pretty cool. It's kind of like the eclipse. It's rare. It's pretty amazing to see the sky lit up and glowing with ripples running through it and some color. So yeah, if you can, get out, take a look at it. If you have any questions, get a hold of us. We're on Facebook, QCAS, or Quad Cities QC Astronomy, either one. We have 2 sites out there.